Now, police waited 3 hours before raiding the club. Steve, what was your reaction when you watched the events go down?
I was watching what they did. I watched the assault, and I was thinking to myself, these guys are awesome. These guys are heroes. And somebody said, and it was only 3 hours later, and I said, yeah, what? 3 hours later? That is inconceivable. It's wrong. There needs to be not a criminal investigation, but like an airliner that crashes, the NTSB goes in and finds out what went wrong so this will never happen again. We need to go in and find out why in the post-Columbine world we let dozens of people bleed and possibly to death inside that place before we rescued them.
Randy, any disagreement there?
Well, yeah, I think that there's some new information that came out. I was thinking along the same lines. I had the same questions as to why did it take so long for the assault to take place? But initially, when the police officer engaged him outside, they then went inside. I saw the diagram of the interior location and realized that they actually engaged this suspect in gunfire inside while he was still shooting people. So they did they actually followed an active shooter kind of scenario by going in. It was during that time when they engaged him in gunfire inside the club is when he moved into the bathroom area, and that's where the action stopped for that time period. But the dynamic changes when you are in that active shooter. He then goes into a hidden location, the bathrooms, where then the dynamic changes because he stopped at least for a period of time opening fire inside.
Yeah, but Randy, he was killing people in the stalls indiscriminately. People were stuck in those stalls, and he was just reaching over the stalls and firing. Crazy.
And even if he didn't, people are bleeding out. The imperative for active shooter, and I've taught it for years, and I did it for 5 years on a SWAT team, is that if people are being shot or killed, well, you don't have to, if somebody's stabbing somebody, it's still being killed. If you are keeping police from responding to evacuate people who are dying.
Now, to be fair, Steve, we don't know. They may have been in there evacuating people.
No, they weren't. I've listened to the sheriff, and he said that they went in, and anybody who was conscious, they helped them out. Well, what about the people who are bleeding unconscious? I remember my very first shoot. It was a school shooting, and there was a 5-year-old kid there bleeding out. Well, and the only reason he survived is because a paramedic broke the rules and came in and got him.